advance into the playoffs. In this case, Team HAQ, game 1 again, doubling down on this alpha for Janus. And interesting enough, Ira is going to be playing the Barat's XP. So this is something I think Team HAQ has done it in the earlier weeks of regular season though.
Yes, they have.
I think even the later weeks they've done this as well.
Well, I mean, they've done so pretty often, and I think a lot of it just boils down to the last time. A lot of their problems just came down to when they chose to fight, and I think a lot of those options were missed, opportunities were missed, as a matter of fact. But now, they have to slow things down, right? You're not expecting too much from this squad right now, but later on, and especially if an Abyssal Arrow connects from Stoem, then that could be the difference maker.
One thing that we have to note is that Stoem is originally a mid laner, and he transitioned into the roam position. So now that I think about it, it does make sense for him to use mage damage dealers even in the roam position. Looking at his emblem setup as well, Rupture for both the Selena as well as the Novaria. So the early game, there's still potential for damage.
Yeah, but at the same time as well, let's take a look at the battle spells from HAQ. They do not have a single Purify, so it's all flickers here. So if Stoem gets a sick arrow, well, especially in the early stage of the game, someone's gonna die.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see about that, right? I think he's going to need 2 full combos to start one-shotting some of the squishier targets like Maimon as well as Saken. Maybe even less. Kind of depends on how far ahead he is. But like you mentioned, if they get hit by an Abyssal Arrow, it's not a lot of counterplay from the side of Team HAQ. They just have to stand their ground and tank it.
Interesting here that both mid laners are not getting the level 4 EXP by going towards the EXP. As I say that, Maimon now arrives a little bit late, but he's still going to get it.
Okay, they get those level 4 Stoem. No, not going to be getting in the level 4 at all. It is a Roamer. Noir, very close to it as well. Astro Echo comes in. Divergent, right in the faces of RSG. They secured the turtle, but RSG now not making a response at all in top side. Lulio losing out the 1v1 against Saken.
Okay, to be fair, earlier he wasn't losing it, right? He was taking advantage of his level 3 before Saken hits his level 4. As soon as Saken hits level 4, he goes for the all-in against Loliels, forcing him out of lane. A little bit sad, but at the very least, Saken, he's still maintaining that control.
Stoem?
He's fine.
He's fine. I like that RSG did not go for a fight there because, again, that draft is not about the early game. Even though they have a Selena, they need to scale up a little bit because the Selena doesn't need farm, but everyone else does. So if they force a fight, then it's probably going to be GG. It's going to be the same as what happened in game number 1.
Well, speaking of fights here, Janus popping it out, kind of doing a little bit of damage check on Vinogo. Vinogo backs out for now, but bottom lane though, Repo still trading 50-50s with Iris, but I don't think we are going to see a lot of action coming from this game from Team HAQ.
For RSG especially, because look at Repo. He's not taking any chances. He's just staying by his turret. It's like, I don't need to fight you. You're the one that needs to fight me. So RSG they understand. Don't put yourself in a dangerous situation. Let it be a nothing game for the first 5 to 6 minutes of the game.
That'll be the most comforting for them. So many things need to go right. At the same time, we are seeing that at least for RSG, it doesn't mean that they're not going to probe for information, right? A lot of their members walking alongside No Man's Land in this river just to kind of generally figure out where the Team HAQ motions are going to be. They know he started on... okay.
Oh, Astro Echo comes in. They're all caught. They need to get out now. RSG trying to salvage this here. Noir with the counterplay. I'm offended. Flickers out as well. And the Entropy also the connecting as well. But Noir, he took the arrow and Izanami missed the snipe. So Team HAQ, they will be able to get away from the aggression here as RSG now having a little bit more confidence for this next upcoming play.
I mean, they traded 2 flickers for 1, so inevitably RSG walking away the victors here in terms of raw resources.
Yeah, I completely agree. Not getting a kill there is totally fine. And now Maimon is getting chunked down. Izanami as well as Stoem opening up the vision so much. This is how they're countering the lead.
Arrow connects on Noir. He needs to get out. Daytona's Welcome comes in, saves the day. Repo gets chain stun with the Alpha. Instantly gets destroyed here. Lord, the turtle available. Echo connects on tree. Vinogo still deciding on how he wants to do this. Rush this or not. They don't really have a lot of work with here. RSG, they need to connect a lot. Maima, big damage onto Izanami. Noir trying to stall him again. Now the second out from Janus. Retro Battle comes in. Vinogo, chain stun once more. RSG left him to rot and die as Team HAQ fights another.
It was a good attempt, but nothing much they can really do from that point onwards. A lot of EXP ended up getting lost here, but Team HAQ's not done with his punishment just yet.
Okay, Repo now going to be going for the Chips's race. He's looking for the kill. He gets one. He clears the minion to 1v3. He'll be able to kill one, but he will lose his life as Team HAQ looking to break this tier 1 down bottom. RSGMY cannot do anything about this.
Yep, they definitely lose that tower off of that, but at least Ripple finds one. Unfortunately, he only finds Noir, the 2 main members still alive and continuing to push their lead even further. 2.4k developed. Nah.
Oh, they saw him. They saw him. My mind is get out. Okay, he's fine. He's fine. Entropy comes in for counterplay. Echo also used as well. Sakin needs to run. Now, great spam here through the wall from Maima to kind of damage check onto his RSGMY, but they're grouping out of 4. Team HAQ Noir looking for the play, but RSGMY says nope. We've shown too long. We've stayed too long. Let's back off.
It's unfortunate, but Repo has been making fundamental mistakes. Like I don't know why he overextended in the turtle fight, especially in regards to their drop. They shouldn't be fighting. So I don't know why he was in that position. And the moment he sees 3 people on his lane, and there's gonna be another minion wave coming up, I don't know. I kind of feel like it was a bad idea to go for that.
Oh, Divergent comes in. Team HAQ taking a little bit of damage here. Maima forced to back out in this situation. Meanwhile, let's talk about the levels here. Janus, level 11 as to Vinogo, 3 levels apart right now.
I mean, this is looking more and more like the previous game, right? That Team HAQ was dominating in the earlier sectors of the game, but RSGMY might be able to make a single comeback here.
Well, right now RSG, their draft is definitely geared towards the mid as well as late game, so losing by 2,000 gold hurts, but doesn't hurt that much.
Oh, Iris now. Daytona's welcome to block the arrows here. He's going to turn the tides on Vinogo. He will eventually fall, but he will take Vinogo first. No, he actually flickered out. Janus will be the ones to fall. Loleo finally finishes him off. Now here comes a stun onto Noir. Can he get out? No, he cannot. It's up to Loleo to save the day. They get 3 out of nowhere. RSGMY. As soon as you think they're out, Loleos makes it a comeback for the team once more for RSGMY.
I'm pretty sure Iris should not have recalled there.
Okay, the stop. No, the stop is Tsunami. Now Arrow. No, he connected. What? Maima might be dead. Oh no, he missed. He missed. Oh, so close.
Dude, no, that's so unlucky. All the good intentions wasted.
Oh boy, this is so close here. It's frustrating now. Team HAQ not going to be able to dodge the arrow with the Daytona's welcome. This time they will respect RSGMY. Loleo starting to pop off a little too much. RSGMY now securing turtle for the team.
That's a Demon Hunter sword purchase coming in from Loliels. That Trinity build is coming on quickly, a lot sooner than expected. Whether or not Sakin can actually handle that damage, completely different question. But here comes the diversion in case somebody shows up.
Okay.
Oh, Lolia's there. I'm pretty sure he doesn't know who's there.
Oh my god.
Oh, Lolios. Okay,
Yes.
here he comes.
Oh.
Comes in. Sakin able to get out. Doesn't have to purify, but again, very, very close calls coming in. Vinogo also looking to try and intercept this arrow. Okay.
Oh man, Sakin.
Okay.
Man, Maima ended up missing the yin-yang reaction. Had that connected onto Loliels, I think he would have died there for sure. 78 more seconds until the next upcoming Lord gets spawned. But for the most part, the map seems pretty much in RSGMY's control. I mean, a lot of missing tier 1s from the side of Team HAQ, but it's slowly leaning back into RSGMY's favor.
Yeah, definitely. Right now, looking at the items here, Enchanted Talisman for both the Selena as well as the Novaria, making sure that they can spam a lot of skills. This is how they're controlling the map, really, by knowing information without really being there. The map is never dark for RSGMY, so that's why the Louis is a little bit not as
the arrow connecting on the top side. Noir needs to make a run for it as well. Nogo needs the taunt. Can he get it? No, he's not gonna commit. Great setups coming from Leos, but unfortunately needs to back out. But Noir, you're recalling right in front of bases here. Might be in trouble. Izanami? Is he gonna go for a snipe? Nope, he is not. So he is gonna disengage. RSGMY in the driver's seat now, which I'm really surprised with just one play. Now they're gonna be the aggressors here.
Well, there's a number of things we need to see from RSGMY. Number one, how exactly do they develop their lead? That's number one. Number two is whether or not they're able to close out the game a lot better than Team HAQ, because Team HAQ, they waited for such a long time before they found the ample opportunity to close it out.
RSGMY, they're playing the vision very, very well. Like, we were questioning on the Selena pick, but not only are the arrows hitting, but the missile trap is giving them valuable information. Something that Team HAQ did in game number 1 is that they have a lot of surprise elements. RSGMY did not see the engage coming, but now they see it coming from a mile away. And Team HAQ, they're having a difficult time actually moving forward, because every single time they're moving forward, they're getting poked out quite a lot. So the front line of RSGMY is actually having a better time because they're having a lot of backup coming in from their roamer as well.
Oh, wait. Back lines here. Lolios, he makes an attempt on Saket here. He's going to get caught out. He might be bursted down, but eventually stopped by Iris here. Lolios finally gets found by Maima to get the kill. But again, it's only 1-for-1. They're dropping down very low. Repo and Vinogo trying to force a fight, but Iris at the last moment flickers out of there. And RSGMY, they lose Lolios for absolutely nothing. Oh no, Maima. Divergent. He's out. He's safe. Oh wait, he doesn't have a Divergent. He's gonna try and go for a 1v1. He's all by himself. Finally pops it. Here comes the arrow. He might die before he gets out. Storm with the snipe. RSGMI finds a play. Now Noir as well. I'm offended. Catches Repo. Needs to get out. Astro Echo comes there. But the Lord is still healthy. Do they want to force a fight? Lolio with the spear. Now the arrow as well. Can they get out? Yes, they can. Lord dropping down half HP. Team HAQ. They're looking for the jump. How do they do this?
They're not finding these angles just yet. RSG, they can't just take this freely.
Oh no. They have to wait for this juggle. Arrow comes in, connects on one. Vinogo, two-man taunt. Where's the follow-up? They get the snipe. They're so low. A Presence Drop comes in. Repo goes in for the dive. They get one. And now Team HAQ, they lost two. Both the tanky heroes. And now Janus, so low, the jungler. As Team HAQ cannot do this 3v5, but Nogo still has the retribution. Divergent comes in, but it's not going to do him any good. RSGMI finds the big pick.
These pokes have been extremely effective. Izanami just slowly chunking them down while these fights have been dragged out longer than it should be.
Arrow, wait, what? Lolios, what? He's going to try for it as well. He's taking a little bit too much damage, but Arrow connects on Saken. He made a mistake. He thought he could one-shot Lolios, and he is going to get killed for his greed. The bait and push effect.
Couldn't get worse than that, right? Couldn't get worse. Couldn't get worse. I mean, the whole team decides not to take Purifier, and I think now, at least for Saken, might regret it just a little bit.
Well, at this point, it's a little bit too late, right? The lead coming in from RSGMY isn't that huge, but the way that they're using this lead is huge. Iris now has the Radiant Armor, so he can tank it a little bit. But the thing is, the damage dealt ranking right now, Izanami is at the top of the rankings. No wonder he is highest average damage per minute, but Loliel is keep catching up. So the moment Team HAQ is able to deal with all the magic damage coming in from RSGMY, that's where Loliel gets even more dangerous. Even if Loliel is putting himself in quite a bad position, he just out-damages them and then out-heals them as well.
I think what we've been failing to see as well is Noir finding like that huge engage, the big four-man I'm offended.
Yeah, agreed. But now with the Echo coming in, Team HAQ, they have to make a play. Janus going to be going for the shove. Lolios takes half HP,
no.
But now here he comes again. Arrow stun. He might die to the arrow here, but he actually survives. But at the same time, Vinogo getting caught up by Daytona's Welcome here. He's going to get bleed out. They lose an inhibitor, but Team HAQ is able to defend. They're making a run here. Divergent gets them all towards the back lines, but RSGMY is running the rather direction. Not the direction that they were looking for Team HAQ, but they will need to reset this fight.
Good call coming in from RSGMY, making sure that they're able to escape cleanly, not having to lose any more members than absolutely necessary. I do think that Team HAQ, their on-the-fly decision-making has been much better than RSGMY, but at the same time, it's really starting to look like, man, maybe we should have set up a little bit better. Maybe the draft could have been done in a particularly different way, because they're starting to realize that they have no real means of like catching RSGMY off guard. Maybe with like a conceal they could do it, but even then, I feel like they'll get spotted out before it even happens.
right now, the problem that Team HAQ is having is that before the fight even starts, they're chunked down way low. And this is the difference when you have a healer and when you don't, right? You can't out-sustain the amount of damage that RSGMY is slowly poking at you. But the thing is, the moment Team HAQ gets a good dive in, then it's all over. So this is a clash of styles. One where you want to take it slow and you just want to chump them down one by one.
Deals with the stun set up into Janus. Oh, right at the pixel. He's able to get out, but now they told us welcome from Iris. He's getting mowed down by Lolios. He needs to run for his life. You can see Repo trying to chase him as well. The Astro Echo connects as well. Iris might fall, but the back lines. Saken tried to make a play. He blunders. They lose 3 as Lolios is able to make it happen for RSGMY. They bounce back with this draft. They're trying to clear the minions, but it's too low. Lolios waiting the next set of creep waves. Maima is going to try and buy time, but it doesn't matter. RSGMY takes this to game 3.
Evening out the score to 1-1. It's RSGMY. GG well played as they take this game over, tie up this series, and now both teams back to the drawing board.
Well, right now, RSGMY just revealed a huge secret. Stone can use the Selena. So now, it adds another flavor for Team HAQ. It's like, they're the ones that's supposed to be coming up with this unorthodox picks. But now RSG is like, we got some for ourselves as well. We have tricks up our sleeve. Now you got to figure this out. Maybe Selena's the last thing that we have. Maybe we have something else.
Man, that is just such a game here. So much patience coming from RSGMY, but who would have thought Storm, with the amount of vision and the amount of chance and tries he's made with those arrows, has been really, really on point. But at the same time here, guess what? Instead of relying on Storm, trust in Loleo to set up the play. If he's stuck to the wall, an arrow comes in, a star shot comes in, an Astro Recall comes in, boom, someone's gonna die.
Someone gets blown up pretty quickly here. I think, you know, I definitely underestimated the raw amount of damage this mid to late game comp was able to provide, especially when they're poking down like key targets as well. Really didn't expect that level of damage to come out. I do think that they might have to adjust slightly for the upcoming game, but we'll talk about this right after we announce our MVP. Let's hop on over backstage and have a look of our MVP of this game.
And it looks like it's going over to Stone. Always hitting those shots where it's just like, you're in my target, buddy. When you're in my range, I'm going to take you down.
He's looking for those headshots every single time. Storm comes up big as our MVP of the game. 2-0-9. Not only utilizing the recon and vision provided by the Abyssal Traps, but making sure that those arrows is always going to be a lethal threat. Even when they get flanked, you can see those Abyssal arrows get thrown backwards to try and slow them down.
Yeah, and on top of it all, his arrows is weird to see how a Selena has finally gotten a little bit of love here at the playoffs. We haven't seen it too much here. And for Stone to make this work for the team, I think for a roamer and not dying a single time and setting up plays for the team, I think this is the best you can ask for RSGMY.
More so that if they wanted a team fight, it had to be just poking down your opponents first before getting back in. You cannot miss that step. You need some kind of advantage. If not, you're just gonna get gobbled away, right? Just chain CC, and like we see many of these fights actually occur for Team HAQ.
Well, right now we're going to look at itemization here. And the thing is, this is a Selena with some damage items, right? The Enchanted Talisman is very key to make sure that always being able to throw out those Abyssal Traps. But once the Starlium Scythe comes in, it makes it a lot safer for Stone to actually go in, try to get a little bit of damage because there's still some spell vamp there. So he's safe even when he's very close to the opponents. The same can be said with his Blood Wings. And I gotta say, Lolio, he's one of those guys that does not care about his KDA. He died 3 times when his mid laner as well as the roamer doesn't die once, but Lolio still consistently deals out the damage. Because I kind of feel like Sora just talked to him and was like, you know what? I know you can't help it. I know you just want to die every once in a while, but at least deal some damage. You know? And he dealt a lot of damage.
Well, let's hold up on the a lot of damage part first. We'll see. We'll see right here. All right, Zipper,
not
pull
number
it up.
one. Not number 1, but maybe even a number 2 in RSG.
I'll take number 2. I'll take
Okay.
number 2. Let's see where he is.
What?
Number 2.
Number 2, right on
Number
the
2
mark.
overall.
Number 2 overall, like he was doing some good damage, right? I think that his laning phase against Saken, he's starting to pick up on some of the behaviors, but more so, he's realizing that maybe Team HAQ is a little slow on the ball, especially like there was a couple of times he threw the Spear of Destruction. The Shadow was getting countered by like, what, 2, sometimes 3 people from the side of Team HAQ, and yet they still didn't catch him. So I would have expected Noir to be able to lock him down at some point of time.
I think it came down to a situation where it was a little bit of a misplay, right? RSG's game plan was very simple. You know, if I hit an arrow, if you can hit a star recall, great. We are going to try and go for the combo here. But if you don't, it is all about being patient, trying again. And Team HAQ, technically, they have a lot of opportunities to actually make a counterplay, but it came down to whether or not Maima is able to like get that big diversion to the back lines most of the time.
I think he definitely found a couple of those, right?
But not all the time.
Not all the time. Not all the time for sure. But you can see the idea that's coming out from Team HAQ. It's like, oh no, if our backline is getting zoned super far away, let's just chill for a second. I'll send us back into the enemy flank. We conceal. We might be able to get access to some of the squishier targets like Izanami or even Stoem.
Total damage taken. Lolio took 37,000 damage. That's quite a lot. I mean, when your roamer only took 15,000, you're taking more than double.
Well, technically this is like a double support mages coming from RGMY. He had to be the ones to start the player, so I kind of see where you're getting at. But at the same time,
Lolios is worth 2 Stoems at that point.
Well, at this stage, he's pretty much that the guy, right? He's got the mobility to do it. But again, I feel like Team HAQ's issue has always been just one thing that just destroys this entire conversation with RGMY. Just get a purified, job's done.
Is it though?
I feel like
Is it?
I feel like it might not necessarily be the answer because they got poked out a lot from Izanami. Like